Okay, so first we can just subtract 1 from both sides. So take out the 1. Then we'll have negative sine square x over 2 minus cosine of x over 2 equals, this will be negative 1/4. And then multiply both sides by negative 1. This will give you plus cosine x over 2 equals 1/4. Okay, then so we also know there is an identity here, so we know that sine square x over 2 plus cosine square x over 2 equals 1. And if I solve this for sine square x over 2, that will be 1 minus cosine square x over 2. So I'm going to substitute this right here, which now I have 1 minus cosine square x over 2 plus cosine x over 2 equals 1/4. And then I can just move everything to one side, which will be cosine square x over 2 minus cosine x over 2. And then minus, so 1/4 minus 1 is negative 3/4 equal to 0. So I can also multiply both sides by 4, so which will be 4 cosine square x over 2 minus 4 cosine x over 2 minus 3 equal to 0. So now I need to solve this quadratic. So it's like a quadratic equation. It's like a quadratic equation. So I will just have to either factorize it or solve it. Yeah, either just factorize it or maybe use a quadratic formula. It should actually be it is factorable actually, because this is like factoring. It's like factoring 4x squared minus 4x minus 3, right? And when you factor this, you know what you'd normally do, you will just, okay, I will just do this AC method. So 4 times negative 3, negative 12, and this is negative 4, so I can write this as 6 and 2, make this negative. So then I'll have x minus negative plus 2, but then I will divide each one by 4 right here, like this, which this will be x minus 3 over 2, and this is x. So this will be 2x minus 3. So x right here is like cosine x over 2. So then this is like 2 times cosine x over 2 minus 3. This is like 2 times cosine x over 2 plus 1. So I use x as like a variable to just kind of simplify this. So that equals 0. Now set each factor to 0. So if you set the first one to 0, like this one to 0, you're going to get cosine x over 2 equals 3 over 2, which this one will not have a solution because this is 1.5. Cosine cannot have a value bigger than 1. So this has no solution. No solution for this one. And the other one is 2x plus 1. So it's 2 times cosine x over 2 plus 1 equals 0. And this means cosine x over 2 equals -1/2. So we just have to solve this. Well, this is just going to be, if you solve this, this is going to be, let's see, if you get, I mean, normally if this was x, then you will have this. You will have 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. But the period of this function, you know, it's 2 pi. I mean, the period of this function is 4 pi because it's divided by 2. And also it's divided by 2, so I'm going to have to multiply each of this one by 2 as well. So multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2, and add the period, which is 4 pi. So this will be 4 pi n, 4 pi n. So therefore, this solution will be 4 pi over 3 plus 4 pi n, and this solution will be 8 pi over 3. That's all the solutions in this form, basically.